Generally read this very often because of its length. But it's called The One That Got Away. I remember her like a dream from which I have just awakened. A titanic Atlantic blue marlin, the one that got away. She was a majestic beauty, embellishing the horizon with her cloud-bound arcs, beginning at the waterline and plunging gracefully back into the billowy surf like an overdue rainbow. She danced coquettishly, feigning unawareness of the approaching vessel, filled to the brim with eager voyeurs, her lure overflowing their lusty imaginations. Fishermen caught up in the catch, already counting the stacks of prestige they garner, if they could just reel this one in, brought more to the deck than hands as they eyed the jackpot, the ante upping with each player all in. Approaching the holy water where the vision was spied, they clung to the rods, hand over fist, all casting their lots for the fish of a lifetime. I was on the starboard side, dug in at the stern, one of 8 desperately hopefuls vying for the prize. 10 minutes in, it wasn't even a nibble. Then Hopper, to my immediate right, sprang to his feet as something tugged at his leash. It turned out to be a 200-pound tuna on the other end of the line. No measly trinket, but not the caller we all sought after. The minute hand coursed 1.5 laps before the chase was really on. Directly opposite me on the port side, Flanagan's pole bent so far south that it looked as if it would snap, the boat stepping down like it was helping an elderly bus rider touch down gently at her stop. The line let out after and streamed across the white-tipped swells of open ocean as the spool whipped around and round, whirring like a high-speed motor. This was it. About 100 yards out, she catapulted above the fray of surface tension, standing apart from all the denizens below, out of their depth compared to her in sheer size and splendor. She splashed down. I can't see anymore. She splashed down, seeming to touch a pool edge, flippering over it and pushing off the sidewall to accelerate in the opposite direction. This time, when she surfaced, she appeared to walk on water, strutting down the runway, knowing full well all eyes were upon her, as she uncinched the nylon cord with her teeth and let it fall down like a lingerie tie, while the men just stared, their jaws agape. Would she return for an encore? Answering a call a few moments later, she took my bait and ran with it as I braced myself for a rough and tumble ride. Easily eclipsing 15 feet from spear tip to caudal fin, she must have topped out at nearly a ton, and she could pierce the deep faster than a torpedo, honing in on its victim. Speeding away at 40 knots, then sailing into the wind, she tested my resolve and the limits of my line, anchored to the boat in my white-knuckled fists. A nimble pirouette accompanied her next movement, as she moved fore and aft, plumbing the distance between us by observing the straight line trailing from captor to prey. Then a rapid descent, the angle of our connection indicating she nosedived directly down. I felt my line go slack. My jaw quickly followed. She was a sunken treasure chest, buried at sea just beneath my reach. I've rewound the events in short-term memory, playing back over the peaks I experienced just a few minutes prior to no avail, before reeling in utter disappointment. She had taken me in, hook, line, and sinker. I would not be consoled. Nothing would compare to her ever. But I was not to be denied. She bolted from the water 200 yards away, pulling on my lifeline. She hadn't gotten away. I cranked the handle as fast as I could, biting my lip so hard it bled. She turned back around, rushing towards the boat as if fired from a submarine, her dorsal fin cutting through the churning surf like a scalpel through virgin skin. Finally in my sights, I could taste the conquest, picturing the trophy hanging on my wall, when a wave stopped swelling and the wind stilled. 20 feet straight ahead, she sprang from the water, her target locked in. A quivering javelin was hurtling through the air, straight towards my stuttering, bull's-eyed heart. Swooning, I managed to fall back just in time, so she smugly... Sorry. Swooning, I managed to fall back just in time as she smugly tossed past me, trailing her pectoral fins teasingly across my cheek in passing. Her scaly touch slicing through my flesh produced a lasting memento. And then she was gone. She shattered all my angling gear, the wreckage trailing behind for an instant, before drowning underneath her formidable wake. The scar is all I have left to show for what could have been, a permanent and tangible reminder of the two scant moments I held my dream within my hands and let it get away.